It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll see the only two teams to meet in the Super Bowl 3 different times. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it's coming up next.
Once again,
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta-have-it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over.
And that's not going to yield a whole lot, up to about the 28-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Second down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Patterson. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Now this time they'll look to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Third and long. He'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Patterson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. So the Steelers ready to kick this one skyward. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. The Cowboys offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Prescott now. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. Handoff here, up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Pistol now for Prescott. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side this time. Trying to bounce that outside. It went a long way for a gain of nothing.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he will score. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Patterson now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Steelers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the right side and incomplete. On the ground, here comes Patterson. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. He'll just end up a little bit short. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. He will have a Steelers 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4. Back to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, and he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. So now here are the Cowboys, their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. And they'll work this out to the 23. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Prescott. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Throwing is Prescott. 1st down throw there is incomplete. Second down, Prescott. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Patterson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Maris Leofau there on the stop. From out of the gun, he'll throw. That's complete. Calvin Austin. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league. But what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could and leads to a nice pickup.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. On the handoff, this is Warren. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a 1st down. The motion man here is Woods. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Catch made. That's Woods. Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. The Cowboys offense getting set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. He'll manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Micah Fitzpatrick up to make the stop. Second and 7. Here's Prescott. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Back to throw is Prescott. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Here's their punter now, as he is on to punt for Dallas. Here's Austin to return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Steelers' offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 45. Jack Sanborn on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Johnson. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. You don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll go again with Johnson. He's down right at the 40, but that is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll get forward for a couple. Maris Leofau there on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Throwing now from the gun. Complete. Metcalf with the grab. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. That's Washington, the man in motion. On 3rd down, here's Johnson. And he'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the first down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Darnell Washington. He is in. Darnell Washington. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes, just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Cavante Turpin on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A give left side. Here's Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. now a second down throw for Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Now a run on first down. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. A give, and here comes Williams. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man, right side. He's got it. 13 yards on that pass play. That's good for a Dallas first down. Prescott. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he's going to be taken down. They've got it at the 8. First down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Now Aubrey for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Patterson now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he's got Woods. It's complete. And he will go all the way. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Steelers. Boswell now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Steelers will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. There's CeeDee Lamb heading back out there with the rest of his Cowboys teammates. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. First and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll find Lamb, that's complete. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up. He'll try to run for it with Williams. Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. He'll take this in back at the 16. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Steelers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll run Johnson. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. They'll look to throw. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And this show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
On for the extra point is Boswell. The kick is good. And the Steelers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. On the return, here's Turpin. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's caught by Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Again, Prescott to the air. Quick throw on target to Pickens. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. To the air again. Prescott. A throw left side there. Not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll be 2nd down. Prescott again. Down inside the 10. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Dak to throw. And he's in. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas. Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys will even the score. It's now 21-all. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. This one tight throughout, all level at 21 as they'll search for a go-ahead score. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He finds Metcalf on the slant. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Second and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man downfield is Freiermuth. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. And now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Catch made. That's Woods. And he's in. Robert Woods. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Boswell now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Steelers go up by 7, 28-21. very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and a yard. To throw is Dak. Pressured, gets there, and down he goes. So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he's been as good as advertised. Take you through some of the highlights. 4 touchdown passes, on point with his receivers right throughout and continuing to master running and executing this offense. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. He'll get about 2. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. Second down and 8. This one complete to Washington. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. A run here with Johnson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. Here's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
He'll find Woods. That one is caught. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Johnson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Steelers getting ready to put this one away. And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And it'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Got a man over the middle. It's Pickens. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Up the middle they go. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. There to make the stop, the All-Pro T.J. Watt. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. And he will take this up past the 30-yard line. That's going to be enough for a 1st down. Here's Dak to throw. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. Pistol now for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Now a second down throw for Prescott. That's to Ferguson once again. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for third down and 5. Prescott now. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And a pretty good punt there. The fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Another run here with Johnson. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this one past the 20 to the 21. They'll go again with Johnson. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Nice combination of vision, patience, and speed by the running back here. The vision to see the hole, the patience to let the blocks unfold, and then the speed to hit it and pick up a nice gain.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now third and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Prescott. Catch made by Pickens. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Throwing is Prescott. And that is incomplete. And now here comes the punt team. They'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Patterson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the ground, it's Johnson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down. They'll run here with Patterson. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
The best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup.
On 2nd down, a run with Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the 1st half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
On 1st down, right back to Johnson. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Johnson. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Johnson. He's going to have it at the 12-yard line, enough to get the first down and keep it going. Now this time they'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's into the end zone yet again. Robert Woods. Touchdown Steelers. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man. They're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and through. And the Steelers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and C.D. Lamb set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Here's 1st and 10. Dak to throw. He's going to run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure. Even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
2nd down, Prescott. He'll take off again. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. A gain of 16, good enough for a first down.
A quarterback who can extend the play with his legs, Mike, is just such a key element to today's modern offenses. You can see there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, but he decides to turn into a runner, picks up a great gain, and ultimately a first down.
And he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. On second down, it's Dak. And that is incomplete.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
Third and short. Prescott. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Mingo, the intended target. And now it's fourth down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this is a long one. Officially 64-yard field goal attempt. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are a reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run. Johnson. And this defense not allowing much there. They'll stop him at the 45. Here's second and 9. Give it right up the middle. Here's Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here comes a toss, right. Here comes Johnson. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
With this guy's athleticism, Mike, you can see why they love getting him out into open space. And the toss is one of the quickest and easiest ways to do it. And anytime his guys on the outside hit their blocks and spring them, he can get to the second level in a hurry.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a second and 9. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Now they'll set up to throw. And this ball incomplete on third down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the fourth quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense starting to trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Prescott. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Throwing right, it's taken in. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Cowboys. From the shotgun, it's Dak. In the middle of the field, it's taken by C.D. Lamb. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Again, Prescott to the air. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Prescott again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Throw again, Dak. Got his man at the 6. And he will get into the end zone. Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Really nice job there by the receiver, understanding what to do after you secure the catch and the ability to target him in the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. If you can hit them in stride and be accurate with the ball, there is a lot of green grass to pick up yards after the catch, and he's able to take this one all the way into the end zone for 6.
On for the PAT is Aubrey. The kick is good. And the Cowboys are able to cut the deficit to 10. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here's Gainwell to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. First and 10. On the ground, here comes Patterson. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Well, anytime you dial up a draw, Mike, you have the defensive line and the linebackers accounted for. Who you don't have is any of the secondary defenders. It's a perfectly timed secondary safety blitz. He's able to get in the backfield and stop this play before it even had a chance to get started.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And on this first down, it's Johnson. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
You know, we spend a lot of time praising the running backs, and deservingly so, but oftentimes it's a combination of the scheme and the big guys up front who make it work, and that's exactly what we saw here on the big pickup.
Again, and here's Johnson. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll run this over the center with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. They'll drop to throw. And quickly, the clock stops again. Defense taking the timeout. $1:54 to go. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. give up the middle. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. We'll talk things over before third down. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Johnson. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will add to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Throwing is Prescott. And that ball incomplete over the middle. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Now Prescott. That pass to the sideline, nice job to bring it in and stay in bounds, but still short of that 1st down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Back to throw is Prescott. He manages to get the throw away and completes it.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Prescott. He's going to let one go. Deep for Lamb. That's caught. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Now Aubrey for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cowboys are back within 6. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick. Not much of a chance.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.